Hello, what's up? How are you? I am as blessed can be, and today marks the very first time I have worn something I haven't worn in a very long time. Can you guess what that is? Yes, you guessed it. It's those glasses again, and you can tell that I am wearing these for fun. These are non-prescription glasses I got from Amazon. They are non-prescription. All right, so please don't feel so bad. These will not ruin my eyes. Okay? The reason, although I don't wear them really just for watching TV or for reading and that sort of thing, I would wear them primarily for fun. And believe me, I have never made, when I go, everywhere I go, whenever I go out on the street, or whenever I work, or whenever I party, I have never ever been made fun of anybody about my glasses. End of discussion. Enough said. Let's get on with the commentary, where we're going to be talking about Unhurried, where you're going to want to relax. In other words, just take a breather. Now, what I have covered in Genesis 2:1-3, and what it was talking about was in God's creation, He rested, and I'm talking about God for one, on the seventh day from work. In other words, God liked to create everything in all that He really did. When He was alive, when He Himself did not want to turn all of that hard work. To sum it all up, God modeled both the rest and the relaxation for all of us. Any pastor who said that God is not going to rest, I will say that God is going to rest. Once He got exhausted, He was not tired when He got rested. We have of exhaustion and has to be rested, but He's rested as an objective, and it's objectless, and that comes with a blessing. And like I said, on the seventh day of the Sabbath, God has rested on that day. One thing you need to know is that when you read the Bible, the words in Hebrew is Sabbath for rest. In English is Sabbath. In the Hebrew, you also have a word to deal with two words that are closely associated with the word. Sabbath is absolutely means to rest. Yet, knock, spelled N-U-A-K-H, is also to dwell or to settle. That's what it means. I'm going to give you those two words to you so this way you may understand better. Knock, N-U-A-K-H, has to do with you either you dwelling on it or you're settling on it. However, Sabbath means to stop. Anyway, knock are to both dwell and to settle, just as I told you. That can also be translated to rest. Although many of you have noticed that God had rested on the day of creation, when it really says in the Hebrews, God rested in the garden amongst Adam and Eve. You have to understand that that was where Jesus dwelled, in the garden. Now, to sum up this commentary, when you hear the Hebrew word Sabbath, we are to stop, pause, halt, quit, and rest. Those are the 5 words on which many people will be able to use in order to fully develop their potential and their understanding too. As you hear the word knock, N-U-A-K-H, we are to just dwell and settle. 2 words. Now, to be quite honest, Sabbath have more words than what knock has. The reason for it is because everywhere you hear the word, it means in various ways. You get to stop, quit, halt, take it easy, calm down, and just give it all the rest, and you can move forward. Whilst with knock, you get to dwell and settle upon your own place. Not your work, but your own place of residence. And no, they're not variations of the same word. They are words that are taken from the same Jewish language that God comes up with, both calls and suggestions in a scripture like this. And if you read the book of Genesis, between Genesis 2 verses 2 through 3 and Genesis 2 through 15, you'll know the difference between the two, although the literally structure communicates the link in between these 2 words that were meant to work together. Before he dwells, knock, with his people, God leads by example as he rests from work, Sabbath. How did you enjoy my commentary so far? I hope you like it. And if you did, just give it a 2 thumbs up. All right? Well, you be blessed. Oh, and by the way, I just wanted to let you know that 8 days from now, I'm going to be turning the big 4-5. And, I have been doing a whole lot better ever since I have gotten my procedure done. As you know, for my colonoscopy, I've eaten a lot of fruits and vegetables. I've been dancing. I've been exercising. Not to mention, I've been drinking lots of water and leaving all the red meat for the weekend. That is living a healthy lifestyle. Well, you be blessed and have a good night, won't you? Thanks. Goodbye.